Hello, everyone. Mr. Fricker here with the post-game analysis of the Greenfield game. Some of this is going to be critique. Some of this stuff you're going to know, but hopefully y'all will learn something or take some tips away from this. And we're going to celebrate some of our good plays and kind of critique some of our bad plays or plays that we could improve on. So let's start here with number one. Um, Charles gets the ball out to Gabriel. Gabriel's out nice and wide. And I'm going to pause right here to say, here's Santi coming across the field, and Matthew's here on this blue line here. I'm just going to say, Matthew, if you can get you're checking back, which is great, but if you can check back to the yellow line over here and open up your body, so right now you're facing our goal, and you can see, if you can open up your bodies to see our goal and the other goal on this yellow line, then you're not going to block off this space from Santi right here. Gabriel doesn't really have an option down line, so he has to play it back in the middle, or I guess the other option there, Gabriel, is that you could have just dribbled line, but no real option, and then they get the ball. But then we get it back. All right, so next one. Okay, so here, Matthew, you get the ball here, and kind of like the drill that we did yesterday, I would say take a touch inside. Take a touch inside, forward, positive, and make this defender with the red shoes, well, they both have red shoes, but make them kind of commit to you. And Gabriel, if you can be like 5 yards out and you're making this run, just look at what might happen with these defenders. And if so right here it's kind of too telegraphed. Like I think your turn could have been more direct. You took like a step back, Matthew, but take a step forward. And then if this guy's committing to Gabriel, you have an open space that you're attacking. And look at, you have Spencer and Santi in there. But if you go out to Gabriel, what you do, and Gabriel, if you were one step quicker or further out, and Matthew had also dragged this one dude inside, look at Spencer back here. You might be down where this referee is, and if you can cross it or pass it along the 18-yard line, maybe Spence could get there. So just super minuscule. Like I had a problem looking at this clip. Just like there wasn't much to critique, but like if you're just if you can bring one extra step to the left and you're like one extra step to the right, it means all the difference. So and then they get the ball back. Okay, so on this one, this is the one goal they scored. So they start this play off on the 50-yard line, and we're gonna see a lot of athletic teams that can maybe punch the ball from the halfway line straight to the top of the box, and we're gonna have fast guys, and we have fast guys too. But this is gonna be something that we'll see. So they get a nice through ball through our defense. And Gabriel, you actually get a touch on it, but the touch is a soft touch. And I would say my one critique or helpful point here is if you are ever the last defender, your back is to your own, or you're facing Luke, just get that ball out of there. I think you were trying to get it to Jonas or something, but yeah. So if you're right here, and you have the option to kick it way to either corner. Or even better, if you can turn your body around in time. So if you're a step faster and you can turn your body to face the other goal, then you have options. You can kick it to, like maybe over here where the shadow is, or something like that. And these guys will capitalize on this type of things. An amazing shot went off the bar. Like, he took it. Let me rewind here. He took it to the middle of the box, typically the most dangerous spot on the field. Top of the 18 or on the PK. So, but I do appreciate your hustle, Gabriel, to get back and try and block that. But yeah, it's unfortunate there. Here's almost the exact same play with Harry. So they got the ball around the halfway, or they're getting close to the halfway. Harry's tracking back. This guy is offsides, but Harry tracks back, and then boom, he's not offsides there. He gets back in enough time to turn his body forward. So if you can get your body around it, turn your body forward, and then he has options to just boot it away. And I think he just tries to get it to Charles there or something, but maybe boot it to the sidelines. But that one worked out okay. All right, so here Schindler gets it, passes inside to Santi, nice. passes back to Schindler. Matthew, I appreciate your hands out like this, but I think if you could try and same thing. Get your feet on the paint and get your body not facing. Don't have your back to the defenders. See if you can like see both the defenders and Ian. And then Ian here, I think you try to go back to Santi through these two guys. My coach always said in high school, our third rule of soccer was find the easy pass. Some of you might remember me saying that. And I think the easy pass here is just Jonas. And then Jonas could swing it even to Luke. Luke could swing it to Zach. Or Jonas could hit it up to Matthew or something like that. So a few different things here. This is just us working through the kinks. But yeah, make that easy pass. I know you guys can do it. And but also making sure you're open in the open space. So even Jonas, even if you saw it, you could step back 2 steps. It's just 2 steps to the left, 2 steps back, and that's going to make the difference. Okay. So we'll watch this clip through, and then they get it. And dangerous spot. Okay. Here Santi. Oh no, that's Blackster. I think. Great run by Schindler here. Our defense are making these offensive opportunities possible. Passes all the way out to Schindler. Boom, gets a nice touch. Not much to critique here. You get it to Matthew. Okay, so here's something that I find kind of interesting, and I don't know actually how this play would have played out if this happened, but I love how Blackster is now in the most dangerous part of the field, right on top of the box. He's asking for the ball, but there's this funny story of like. Well, actually, I don't have to go to the story, but let's go do this. So if Blackster's here, and let's just say the defense is kind of parking the bus. So there are a couple people around him, and it's not looking like a good option for him. What I would say is send Blackster through this way. I would say, yeah, go the direction that the ball is. Like run towards the ball, and see if you can bring some attention. Try to attach yourself to this defender over here. And what that is going to do is open up the middle of the field for someone else to run into, right? You want to end up here. You're already there and you're open, and I don't know if this play could have gone any other way, but my idea here is that if you can move through, Santi can follow your path and maybe get a ball right here that he could run onto, right? If you receive the ball there and you're flat and you have no momentum and your back is turned to the goal, you might not have a good shot. But if Santi is running onto the ball, he can knuckle it into the corner like Zach does here in a few seconds. Okay, so instead we play kind of like this back pass, and then we're pretty static. We're all standing still, and their defense, they have a good strong defensive hold. Here I'm also noticing, Ian, you're retreating. And maybe, you're trying to get back on defense, but we have the ball. So I would say stay kind of like tuned in to the D. You get the ball, you pass it to Charles, then we build it up again, right? Do our thing. But I do appreciate your hustle back. So, okay, next one here. Oh, okay. I love this move. I love this move from the outside wings. Taking a touch inside. Okay, this is the same thing with the drill. Okay, nothing, this defender's holding pretty good space. Spencer's here, but remember the drill? What if we could take one touch inside and Spencer's making this overlapping run to the outside? All the attention's on Matthew here. If Matthew, I think you try to go back to Charles or Pedro here. What if you got this through ball to Spence? And Spence is fast. We know he's fast, and maybe he can make that run. And if he gets that touch there, Blackster's already on. Spence could get it across. That's the drill that we just did. Instead, we try to do something where we like go over the top. But I think I do want to highlight here. I'll go backwards. Sorry, guys. Spencer, a lot of space. There are going to be a few more clips like this. A lot of space is created when you exit the middle, right? You kind of noticed that Matthew was making that inside run. Sorry, it's going, and then you exited space, and the space is to the right corner. But like, hey, Matthew, you make that inside run, kick it back out to Spence. So I'm just trying to illustrate kind of that drill that Mr. Elmore had. Okay, here, nice out ball to Blackster. I like. Oh, what I liked about this run was that Allen is just pulling the defense, and he's making this run. He's making this run towards the middle, and he's there. And what I like is that Santi. I think most people would kind of, I don't know, chase the ball maybe, but Santi kind of realizes here, the center mid, that the right wing has the left back attached to them. They're just shadowing him, and Allen's pulling him all the way across, and Santi's making this run now to the far post, and this guy's trying to track back. But if we can get that ball to the far post, great run by Santi. He's there to clean up anything that passes the face of the goal. Unfortunately, we don't get the ball through, but good run by Santi, and that all starts with that great run by Allen. So Allen, if our outside wings on that far post run are making that run to that far post, someone can fill in through the back, and that could be the defender or it could be a center mid there. So that was for that clip. Okay, set pieces. I think this is our first goal here. Set pieces, 50% of goals in this type of league, or this the age group that we're in, and even in like higher age groups in college, are off of set pieces. So something to practice, but also to capitalize on. It looks like they're kind of building a house. They're not really going man to man. They're just trying to fill space, and if the ball comes to them, they're going to try and kick it out. So we get a nice cross in, kind of rebounds out, and hey, we need someone here to collect the trash. Okay, it's going to be a defender usually, and in this case, it was Zach. Boom, beauty, just knuckles it. Goalie had no chance, and I love that follow up by Blackster. It looks like. So set pieces, just know all the momentum a lot of times is going towards the goal. Try and situate yourself somewhere in the middle of the field by the time the ball's kicked, so that or on the far post. Line yourself up on the back post, because if things come across the face of the goal, you're there to eat it up, right? But my gosh, what a goal there. Okay, another set piece here. They're just, Greenfield is just setting their house, is what I like to call it. They're building their house, but really not tracking that well. And Schindler gets like a nice little header here. Could have redirected another way, but it still went across the face of the goal. So we need to collapse on the ball if it travels past the face of the goal. But we'll work on our corners and our free kicks and stuff, and I think this is something that will help us in the future. So nice job getting there, Schindler. Okay, another set piece here. Oh, this is kind of interesting. So like you'll notice here, Santi's about to take the kick. And so Greenfield has their wall set, and Allen's over here, but they play this little trick where the guy on the far side of the wall will actually like float out here. So if you're really good at curving it, just know that this guy is not really a part of the wall, because he's not. And I think we just missed it there. So that's okay. Another set piece. Okay, what's this one here? Okay, starts with Harry getting a nice ball to Santi in the middle. Okay, so here I think we lose it, but again, I love that we're breaking up the defense. Like, there can be no offsides over here. It starts with Allen here actually making this high run. These two guys are up on Santi. If we had someone, a right back or something, obviously we just came off a defense, but making this high run, breaking up the defense so they're not in a nice flat line. They're in like a wave. They're in like a zigzag or something. I think is great. And then look, Spencer it can't be offsides because Allen made this run to put this guy to put him onside. So making those runs, even if you don't get the ball, you're doing something. You're doing something. Okay. So we'll play that one out. I think we lose it. Okay. Love this play. So Blackster plays it into Santi, and then I think typically we would, if we were Blackster, we would just pop back out, like open ourselves up for a pass. But what he does is he makes this kind of, or he makes this run inside, and what that does is give Santi, um, he's either going to be wide open or give Santi like this open alley to go into. Boom, Blackster pulls into the middle. Love this support by Harry. We need that from our defense all the time. And then I'm going to pause right here. Santi, the center mid, they all know. Let me reverse. This guy here, following Santi, is their center mid, and now their center mid, their outside back, and their center back are all in this corner. This is what we want to do. We want to spread them thin, right? And we have Blackster making a run. We have Harry, and look, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of 5 guys all here on the far post, and there are only 2 defenders because Santi just drug 3 guys to the corner. And I don't know what these guys are doing, but they're not tracking back. But we had an option here. Let's just say that pass went, and Santi got across. Look at, we got so many guys. 3 guys on the most dangerous part of the field, and 1 guy there to collect the garbage. So beautiful play there by Santi and Blackster to start it off. Okay, so here, I just wanted to show here, you were not offsides. I think the ball is right there. Releases, and I would say, Blackster, you're on. He's not ready for your speed. Boom. I think that the whistle blows and they call it, but you were on, baby. So that was good. Okay, so next one, another set piece. Okay, good. So set pieces, it's always, if you're on the left-hand side, try to go to the far post, which you guys are doing. So it gets across the face of the goal. And then I think someone gets a header, and boom, Pato or Santi, I guess this was right there. I think, a lot of times you might not get a header off the free kick to go into the goal, but if it doesn't feel right, like you don't have the right momentum or whatever, instead of going towards goal, get it to go across the face of the goal, and hopefully someone will be on the opposite side of that to have more momentum to put it in goal. But yeah, I think I just put all the set pieces in here just to kind of show you. So Santi, same thing. Nice job, everyone lining up on the far side there, and then boom, and then look at this, Blackster. He comes over here, not to get the ball. He's getting the second ball. He's trying to get the rebound. And if something had popped out there, he would have been there. So leave that space open, and then then you got to time it. As soon as that ball's going to come in, try and like attack that. Here, I think I mentioned this on the sideline to Mr. Elmore. Like here, Harry's coming to take the free kick, but look at all these guys. They're like, look at the way they're looking. They're like looking left. They're not even looking. Just like play it. Like have the awareness to just play it to Harry. You're gonna do a short corner anyway. Why not get it to Harry? Harry gets it in, and you're like, 20 feet closer to the goal. And then Harry gets set up here, and then now Santi makes the run. And by this time, the defense is set. So I think my point being is that if you guys can be 5 seconds faster in terms of decision, like making process time, maybe you can catch some of these guys off guard. But otherwise, not, it's all good. So okay, nice run by Spence to win that. Oh, so okay, my thought here is that I think a lot of times in JV soccer, let's say, or something, the center forward is just gonna sit at the center forward position and not really move. But as soon as they get involved with a little bit of defense or moving, look what happens. So Spencer moves, grabs the ball, and everyone's focused on him. He's the 9. And then Matthew or whoever this is has this nice open gap. Boom. Almost has it. But like created, that space was created by Spencer moving off towards the ball or off the ball, depending. There are a couple more examples of that. Okay. Not sure what happens here. Oh, this is Spencer's goal. Just beauty. Nice header. Kind of keeper error in a way. Keeper, I think, was trying to go for the catch, but Charles was there, kind of obstructed his view. Boom, missed it. And hey, look at there's one, two, three guys just following it up. Perfect, guys. Perfect. Um, let's go. Let's go. Okay, so let's see here. Next one is I think I told Schindler just sky this, just send it over him, right? And so Blackster makes this awesome run, almost gets a foot on it, gets kind of like trucked. I honestly think it was a foul on this guy. Um, but so when we were in high school, we had this drill where we practiced our throw-ins, and this is something that you guys need to do probably yourselves. Is like if Ian has the ball, you guys all know he can throw it long. But if you start going long all the time, it might be a little easier to defend. But you have like signals. So like for Ian, I told him like put your eyes up like this. So it's like I'm going long, I'm going up. But we used to do this thing where we like had our hand and we would just kind of like we would put our thumb up like this, like throw it over me, or like this, and then we'd do the same for like I'm going left and I'm going right, and you would kind of hide it on your body. I'm not. You kind of hide it on your body a little bit, but just something to think about that nonverbal communication can be a little deceptive and tricky, and if people aren't paying attention, it's a good toolkit to have in your arsenal. But I think they gave the foul to them. Blackster, nice speed. Okay, what was here? Okay, nice little win there. Find Santi. Okay, here. Spencer clears the space. He's pulling the defender. He's making room for the offsides, and he's pulling the center defender off. And look at this. Who's that? Matthew, wide open. Okay, here, Matthew. You're one-on-one. But look at, you got Spence right there. If you can see this happened twice in the game. If you can just tap it past this guy, Spencer's on. And maybe just like just right to like this point right here. But instead we take a couple touches and we lose the ball. So, and then that's also Spence on you too. You can be loud. Just say like send me, or I don't know, just say something. But this you can't get much better than this, where you just got this beautiful ball from Santi, and look at this overlap run. You got to hit it first time, otherwise he's offsides, right? And he kind of had to slow down, and so that has to be kind of a split decision. Okay, what happens here? Harry gets the ball, passes to Spence. Spence gets the ball. I love Harry being here. Oh, this is our goal. Harry being there as part of the offense. He's the defense right there. Santi is trailing behind. That's good. And just a beauty. Gets through the whole defense. I don't even know. Boom. Just goalie, what were you doing? But Blackster, nice finish. And look at, I missed something there. And look at that. Even Schindler is there to collect the garbage. Fantastic job, boys. That's great. So here, little foul. What was this? Okay. I want to highlight Charles here. Kind of a funny move that I noticed is that they have a free kick. He ties his shoe, realizes that the ball's back there. He wants to delay the game. Or not delay the game, but kind of ties his shoe there so that they can't take a free kick right away. I'm pretty sure that's what Charles was trying to do. Now, if you just went up there and stood there, these days you get a yellow card for delay of game. So, you can stand 10 yards away, and then they could ask for 10. But yeah, I thought this was kind of funny what Charles did. Made sure his defense is set, and then he got back on D. So good heads up play. Just wanted to throw that out there, and you're not getting past Luke. No way. Okay. Here, we're in the back. Zach's body is facing our goal. This is something what happens when we get a little tired. Our bodies start to not receive the ball the right way, because would we rather receive the ball with our back to the defense or facing the defense? If Zach was on the other side, then maybe he would have seen Mike. He still gets out of it somehow. Just just balling out and still gets it to him. But just one, it's body position. You guys, we teach this all the time, and you guys know this. Body position is what's going to make us stronger. And all it is a couple steps. And if you get in the habit of that, you're always in the right position. Your body's going to get stronger. You're going to be faster, and the team's just going to be more efficient. So always try and get that body position. There should be no excuse. And then if you're tired, then you got to get subbed out or something. Okay. What's okay? So then here, Matthew takes it. Boom. Nice cut. Nice cut. And I love that you're coming to the middle. That's my favorite thing. Santi reads that. He's heading out to the corner. This is like a 3 triangle rotation that I kind of mentioned in lacrosse that happens. Like if Santi now pops out here and Spencer pops in here, then Matthew might have this shot a little clearer, still makes it. Spencer's now kind of in the way. Boom. Decent shot. But that movement created that opportunity. More movement like that where you rotate between 3 players maybe will confuse the defense, and hopefully you get more opportunities. So maybe it was like, if we rewind here, even if like Spence right here, you track to like this guy here, that was kind of guarding Santi. Then this guy doesn't know to guard you or Santi, and then you're also here for the rebound if there was one. Okay, here's their corner kick. This was a little sketch, so it happens both ways. Boom. They get a header on it. He's in the most dangerous part of the field. Nice save by Luke. Could have easily been a goal. So, set pieces can be dangerous for both teams, and we just need to know that, we got to get that head on the ball, and then we also need to protect the middle of the house for the most part. Okay. Boom. Matthew, good touch. Okay, right here. Spence, maybe scream. That's just like that in real time. I understand that's really hard to do, but just thought I might point that out. Okay, here, look it. A lot of times, I'll go back to JV soccer. This outside wing is going to go straight to goal. What does Blackster do? He takes the open space, baby. He finds that open space, settles down, realizes that they have numbers. I think we lose it right here. But I just want to say, like, look at that open space. And then if we're making runs, hopefully, like, when Harry and people were following back here, just like if we can still have that support on behind our winger when they make those runs. Because they're always going to need support, and no one's ever going to, like, no defender will usually be in that back position. They're all sinking to the middle of the field, if you know what I'm saying. Like, so the wings, like his direct back here is always going to be open. Usually there's going to be no defender there. We win it back, I think, which is good. Okay, Santi, what do we got here? Plays it to Charles. Plays it to Matthew or Gabriel. And then Matthew shoots it. Okay. So I think at this point in the game, we're pretty gassed. But what I'm seeing are 1, 2, kind of 3, 4 static players not moving a ton. And it's really hard. You can see right here, it's just really hard to penetrate when we're not creating options. And we can't create options if we're not moving out of space and creating space. And now all eyes are on Matthew, but I'm looking at these 4 people to say, like, even if Blackster comes across, Santi has this lane back out wide like we had earlier. I don't know. So instead, we're out of options, and we just try and make an impossible shot, kind of. All right, I think just a few more here, guys. So Blackster makes this great run inside. Look at this through ball. Oh, what was I? Okay, this is it. This is Spencer making great off-ball movement, okay? You got the center back, you got the six, you got the right back, all on Spence. He has so much attention on him, and he just says, "I'm gonna float out to the left," creating this giant gap in the center. And Matthew, good read on it. Boom, great ball. Oof, almost. Can't get you can get pretty good opportunity. That's a great opportunity. So, okay. These last two, I don't even know if I should even have them in here, but so right here, I feel like Charles, you're kind of in limbo. You're not quite in on your guy. So if you ever catch yourself like not close enough or like whatever, I would just like scoot back, because here it kind of just like goes over and then lucky bounce, and they almost have a goal. And then I think this next one is another limbo shot. Maybe. Okay, yeah, so they get it around half field here, and okay, now we're here. I see kind of two people, the two center backs, ready to run backwards, and Harry's there. Gabriel, you're kind of still thinking about attacking forward, um, which I appreciate in terms of like maybe thinking of like intimidating him a little bit, but I feel like you're kind of caught in limbo here a little bit too, where we don't have to worry about him taking a shot from here. We don't have to commit to him yet, and our guy on the outside that's kind of where we're going. So we're like just a few steps back, and then you know he pulls a nice move, boom, almost gets it. End of the game, we win 3-1. So overall, great stuff, boys. And I think the thing I wanted you guys to think about was some of the offensive stuff when, like, when the box is packed, how do you do that? And then body positioning. How do you get the most open for your teammates? How do you give them the best options? And how do you create space by doing that? And how do you even if you're off ball, how do you drag your player out of space? Anyway, I'm babbling on too much, so have a great break, everybody, and we'll see you when we get back.